that remotely.
Oh.
She's not even here, I don't think.
Has her new vehicle got any sort of Bluetooth?
Well, she's got a Bluetooth, one of those things. She bought one of those things that I had.
What, the Bluetooth is connected successfully?
Yeah, a Bluetooth.
Yeah,
it connects to the
That's-
FM radio or something.
Yeah. Excellent. Well,
Yeah.
we might be coming through loud
Oh, yeah.
and clear.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Huh?
Can you hear this all right?
I can't. Actually, yeah, I can. Yeah.
Oh.
It's quiet, but it's not a
Yeah.
problem.
I mean, if we...
It's not a problem.
Because, I know you don't like it when it's... The volume of my voice!
Yeah. Sometimes it's a bit intense!
that.
Oh, that's even...
Even that's
I'm gonna...
too
Yeah, I'm
intense
gonna...
for you,
Yep.
Even that's too sexual, isn't it?
Sexual.
Yeah.
Oh,
Speaking of sexual, Dave Thorne's entered.
welcome, Dave.
The lovely Dave.
And inevitably, Scooch is probably in the mix.
Yeah, I
welcome,
reckon.
Scooch.
Scooch will be in the background. Pravina's entered.
Oh, welcome back.
Welcome. I mean, and that's it.
Oh,
So see you later.
I thought you were just gonna.
Nah.
But you're not gonna list off thousands of names, or
Not yet.
Oh.
Not yet.
Okay.
They, if you build it, they will come.
Give it another 3 years, I reckon we'll be on it.
So, yeah. Well, you're not wrong. Whilst we're waiting for the others, did you were saying...
Sure.
You were saying about how the Mighty Boosh is now part of your bedtime routine.
Yes.
Do you know what I think you will love about that, about simply you saying that? Just because it highlights our symbiosis between us.
Sure.
I called the title of this one
Yeah.
Insect Jealousy.
Sure. Yeah.
Right? Completely off the top of the dome.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about that, is because that sounds
It
exactly
links.
like...
It does link.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely. That sort of obscure, abstract comedy that
There
the
it
Mighty
is.
Boosh are capable of.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
I'll put it through a shoe
Yeah.
to give it that oaky timbre. Yeah. Insect Jealousy.
Yeah.
So,
Right. That's fine.
that's fantastic, isn't it?
We'll use that.
Yeah.
We'll bring that up. Do you think there is such a thing?
Oh, well, this is what I wondered that we could perhaps discuss.
Yeah.
Once I created it,
The
I
title.
thought I'd now want to break it apart.
Yeah, you want to work back from the title.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I wondered to myself, I pondered, I mused,
Sure.
is insect jealousy that is
Oh, here we go.
exhibited by insects,
Yes.
or is it our jealousy of
So-
insects thereof?
Right. So that's interesting, because I immediately thought of insects being jealous. That was my first thought. When you said insect jealousy, I was like, that is insects that are jealous.
Right.
Now you've said insect jealousy, like we're jealous of the insects.
Correct.
Well, they can fly, some of them.
Exactly.
They can do amazing stuff, some of them.
They can create honey. Some of them.
We can't.
No.
No.
We rely on them to create honey.
Yeah. Steal it from them, don't we?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Insect jealousy. What are we saying, people?
Okay. Well,
World.
for me, I would say, yeah, I'd say, so you do think that there must be humans that exist that are actually like fucking bees?
Yeah.
Look at them flying about.
Look at them flying about.
Ants.
Oh.
Look how much they can pick up, them ants. I can't do that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
not
sort of
not
thing.
a care in the world.
Yeah.
Them insects.
Yeah.
Or is it? World at their feet. They do whatever they like. They can build skyscrapers. These human beings. I am jealous as a fly.
Oh, right. So they could be jealous of us. Yeah, yeah. No, why not?
Yeah.
They could be like fucking. Look at these humans. Look, I would used to fly around here.
Exactly.
Now there's a big fucking skyscraper.
Yeah, right in my way. So, and yet I envy the human.
There's so many. There's so many possibilities.
Exactly.
So what's been going on?
Well,
What's been going on?
what's been going on?
A lot, in it. Well, I think
Yeah, I mean, I guess public. There has been a lot of shit that's gone on this week.
There's a lot of shit flying.
It's made me quite it's made me quite not emotional as in upset. It's made me quite passionate over the week.
Okay.
So for the American listeners amongst us, of which I think only Eric Kirk is
of the American
of
persuasion.
American descent.
Yeah, sure.
There's been a lot of riots going on.
Yeah.
And when I say riots, what I mean is peaceful protests.
Yeah, and
there have been one.
And what you mean by that is looting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Smashing shit up about the place.
Yeah. I don't know what what those products or shops have ever done. But
no.
Yeah.
And it's made me quite passionate about the whole thing, and yet at the same time sort of almost paralyzed to because I cannot do anything.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
I cannot up arms.
It's actually true.
Yeah.
You could go and be part of the non-racist protest that's going
I could.
parallel.
I could, but I don't know if I'd get a brick thrown at me, which I'm not.
Then
that's why I feel a bit like paralysed.
Yeah, I would say yeah.
But so the only peaceful protest that I've known. Oh, actually, okay. Let's rewind it back a bit for Eric's benefit, Mister.
Yeah. Let's take it right back.
Yeah, for the old E benefit.
Yeah,
EK's benefit.
Yeah, sure.
So I think it was last week or the week before. 3 little girls got. Oh, I've got something for you actually on that. 3 young girls, were stabbed and killed by a nutcase.
Clearly,
in a dance class.
Was that what happened? So I'm still not up on the story, like almost because I can't.
Yeah.
I'm like,
it was like, that's what made it pretty. Well, I mean, straight off the bat, it's bad, but it just the more you understood about it, the worse it got.
Yeah,
but they were stabbed and they died, and a lot of other people were injured as well by this nutter. And he got arrested, but the British public took it upon themselves to decide that because he was a Syrian refugee that came over in a boat, that we would start illustrating peaceful protests around the UK against immigration or illegal immigration.
Is it the illegal? Is that what gets them? Is it the illegal?
Oh, I reckon
they really fucking hate boats as well, don't they?
They do hate
boats.
If
they came over in cars, would it be better?
Yeah, exactly. If they came over on through Dover,
and they keep coming over. Oh, right. So, I mean, I've just opened a little bit of the comedy there. That
correct.
We could get from it,
so illegal immigration and knife crime. That was coupled in there as well.
Yeah.
So
I'm up for that. Yeah.
Correct. Exactly.
Yeah.
So on the front of it, Eric Carrick.
Yeah.
On the front of it, it seems like a perfectly justified action to take, which is we are going to peacefully protest about illegal immigration and knife crime.
Yes.
Because those are the 2 things that have sprouted from this.
Is that what
attack.
Were they these the original design for, or the idea for the protest, was that by like normal people? And then
correct.
Okay. I didn't know that either.
Correct. And I think the first one was in
Leeds or something.
Yeah, or there was another. So it's Southport where the stabbing happened, and then there's another South that happened, or
Stockport.
Yeah, somewhere in the UK.
Yeah.
And what quickly happened, what it quickly digressed into, is a bunch of people, racist people.
Oh, okay. Them ones, yeah.
Taking it upon themselves to smash shit up.
Yeah.
We're talking setting cars on fire and flipping them.
Yeah.
Throwing bricks through windows, and basically what then started to grow on the underground internet world was a list of places that they were going to, a list of cities that they were going to target, and the main reason that they were, or the main places within those cities that they were going to target were immigration offices and lawyers and solicitors firms.
Yeah, was it things like hotels as well?
And that,
where
yes, I always
yeah,
forget
yeah,
that. But
yeah.
yes, also hotels that are purportedly housing immigrants or asylum seekers.
Asylum seekers. There you go.
There you go. They were going to get targeted as well.
Okay.
So one of those places was Canterbury.
Yeah.
That came up on the list, and I I hold Canterbury very very dear and very close to me because
Canterbury.
I have an affinity with.
It's a nice place.
It is a lovely place, and the amount of multiculturalism in Canterbury is divine.
Yeah,
if I'm honest.
Yeah, it's it's deliberate. It's cool.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
it works.
Exactly,
doesn't it?
Yeah,
really, it makes Canterbury what it is. Kind of like the country.
Correct.
Okay.
The rest of the world.
Is that what we're getting to?
That's what we're getting to.
Yeah.
So, but I only found out about that because I got an email from from gymnastics club in Canterbury, which my eldest daughter goes to.
Yes.
Saying, following the recent spouts of riot or peaceful protests that have turned into riots across the country, we know that it's going to happen. So we're shutting, we're battening down the hatches and all that. Now it didn't happen. Turned out.
Oh, did it not happen in Canterbury? It didn't actually happen at all. Or?
Well, what happened was the police went, right, okay, we're actually going to do our job for the first time in 3 decades, and we're going to go down there. And there were a couple of far right protesters sort of hurling abuse at people.
Yeah.
But ultimately nothing really happened at all.
Yeah.
But the reason that I got quite emotional during the week about it is the what if, which was what if it did happen? I mean, anywhere, full stop. But what if my eldest daughter is in doing gymnastics? And this is the thing, is that they're not going to target young white children. I get that.
Yeah.
But they could. There's nothing stopping them throwing a petrol bomb in a place that they believe is holding a foreign
when you're
child.
dealing with stupidity,
correct,
and crowd reactions. Like what do they call that? I forgot what it is.
Like herd mentality,
that sort of stuff. And there's a physiological difference that happens to people when they're in crowds as well, isn't there?
Exactly.
That they're much more likely or prone to violence and things like that.
Speaking of prone to violence, the first Scrabble bag has entered.
Welcome.
DKMMQHNNN.
Welcome.
So
yeah.
So I got really unhappy with it all.
Yeah.
Really unhappy. And then thankfully, it didn't happen. It didn't amount to anything. And then what happened actually, which is great. But again, I'm still paralysed because I'm too much of a coward. But thankfully, there are people on this planet that are not as cowardly as I am. What happened were some anti-racist rallies. And those rallies were peaceful protests.
Yeah.
Which again... because I've got an ongoing conversation going on with someone who is, I don't want to say he's racist, but he's got some choice words to say as much as anybody else.
I too deal with
people like that.
Yeah.
And I just said to him, isn't this quite interesting that you want to invoke change? And there's two different trains of thought here. One is that we want to get not quite sure what we want to do with immigration. We want to do something about it.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to villainize ourselves in that message by smashing everything up that belongs to us.
Yeah.
So
this proud country.
This proud country. Yeah. And then you've got this bunch of people that are going, well, we don't really... No, that's not what Britain's about.
We don't feel the same.
No, we don't feel, and none of us do. And we're just going to protest that peacefully.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, which message do you think is going to be heard now? It's another thought where I'm like, you're not doing this right, are you?
No, they're not. But this is what someone in work said to me today. Like, because they said to me, "Did you see what happened in Brighton?" And I went, well, I heard about it because I work there at the moment.
Yeah.
And I said, I heard about it, and that people were saying they boarded up a certain amount of shops and things like that. And people were saying, stay away from the train station in particular.
Yeah.
And 8 people turned up
Yes.
for the racist side,
Yes.
which was hilarious because about 1,000 people turned up from the non-racist side.
Correct.
My friend made a good point, and he said, why are the racists telling people when they're going to be rioting
Yeah.
or protesting? Why don't they just do it the day after when no one's ready? I said, because they're not clever.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Sorry.
It's so true,
They're
though.
not clever. We are not dealing with intelligent people here.
It's like the level, as I was talking about on the last podcast, where I said the levels of stupidity are now this year have surprised me.
Fever pitch.
Yeah, it's like mental.
Yeah.
And you're absolutely right in the sense that if you really wanted to coordinate this, you would get that telegram message out there. We're going to hit these places at 8:00 on Wednesday. And then you'd on another channel that you're not sharing with anyone. You go, we're not really going to do that. We're going to do it at 8:00 on Friday.
A couple of days after.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
when the police aren't prepared.
yeah,
but
they just
to cause
went
maximum impact. Yeah, it's just the other thing is as well about this is we've got to be careful. Well, not we've got to be careful, but the thing that I'm aware of as well is that what happens at a lot of peaceful protests is. Especially in America, that I have knowledge of, is that they install people into these protests to cause violence. I forgot what they're called. It's like almost like double agents.
Yeah.
So they put people in like this,
a plant.
Yeah, this Antifa thing that was going on in America. There's some sort of movement of
right.
I don't know enough about it, but I know for a fact.
I've heard about that.
Yeah, I know for a fact that before. It's been done by even the CIA that they've installed people into peaceful protests to turn them violent on purpose so that they can batter and arrest everyone and demonise the protest that's going on and distract from it.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I hope it's run out of steam is what I was going to say. A couple of places it kicked off and people are fed up like that. I think that's the overriding feeling. Is that people are fed up and some people don't know who to take it out on.
Yeah.
So go to fucking Houses of Parliament then and peacefully protest there.
Correct.
That's the source of your problems.
Yeah.
Not the 2,000. Oh, how many people are coming up? I don't know how many people are coming over.
Well, exactly. Speaking of coming over, Billy D's entered.
Oh, welcome, Billy D. That was a nicely timed little intro there.
Thank you. Speaking of intros... Do you think we should do one before we continue?
17 past.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is, 19 past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right then.
Let's do one.
Go on then.
Welcome to One and All in Podcast Land. We are Nick and Paul, and this is Substance for Days.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Better late than never, Eric said.
Oh, yeah, sure.
With regards to the intro.
Yeah.
He also said little late on the intro, huh?
We forgot about it, didn't we?
Yeah.
Over 11 minutes late.
Correct.
So 6 past is our normal.
That is the normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess the other thing that has developed that the American listener and maybe even the English listeners would be interested to know, which co-host Paul reminded me of only this evening, and I only heard it this afternoon, which is mental. Just gives you a bit of an insight into my short-term memory, or lack thereof.
Sure.
Is that when it came to consequence of these things happening, there was, from the moment that it turned from a knife crime into a targeted Muslim sourced attack, if you like, all traced back to one particular tweet, or Z, if you want to call it that these days. And for the listeners' benefit, that tweet was from an account that is Russian owned,
Yes.
which is really, really interesting. Tech team have entered.
Welcome.
So I'm hoping that they can fix me up.
Sure.
Yeah?
Sure.
Fix my IT.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also another Scrabble bag. So,
I've got
and
a cat here.
a cat has entered the live studio.
We're just gonna
Welcome, kitty.
appease said kitty until
Yeah. Yes, so Billy D said those commie bastards, and you're quite right. Well, I mean, if we're to believe it, but this is part of the interesting what's been developing this week is, again, when the story first came out, if you remember, for those that have been listening from the beginning, when it first came out, the stabbing was relating to purportedly carried out by a Syrian refugee.
right.
Now, it wasn't a Syrian refugee.
Okay.
He was born and based in Cardiff,
Right.
which, again, for listeners that maybe are ill-educated on these things, it's not far from England at all.
No.
It's in Wales.
Yeah, it's about 4 hours drive from.
Correct.
Yeah, yeah.
I could get there tonight
Yeah, you could.
if you want.
Oh,
And so that was the first bit of misinformation that started spreading about this this whole thing.
yeah.
Now, remember I said to you I've got something to say about that. So I've been listening to the news, and there's been some things that have popped up. And I think there's one thing that's popped up that I think you will quite like.
Okay.
All right. So firstly, 400 arrests have been made.
When you turn when you turn your phone on silent and it's not silent. I don't-
Correct.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go on.
Mine does it as well.
Yeah.
Paul's entered.
Ah, welcome, Paul.
Yeah, love
Yeah,
him.
you little dickhead.
Yeah, you fuck.
Fact.
So yeah, 400 arrests have been made,
Mm.
and they've actually started very quickly charging people as well. Like we're talking like
I think they've put someone in for 3 years, haven't
Correct.
they, for assaulting an officer?
exactly,
Yeah.
and that was like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
They ain't fucking about.
No, they want to quash it.
They're doing their job for the first
Yeah.
time in 30 years. But excellent,
Yeah.
excellent.
Yeah.
Well, to do that all the time,
Yeah.
and you'll be fine. But anyway,
Yeah.
so 400. Now, also, speaking of 400, Sorab T
Hello, Sorab T.
has entered and gone again.
Oh.
400 have been arrested. Now, there is something in common with the stabbing at the dance class and threats of terrorism in Austria. Do you want to know what the link is between the two?
Yeah.
Taylor Swift.
Fuck off. What?
So the dance class, or the dance party, if you like, that sadly the 3 girls were killed at, and lots of people were injured, was a Taylor Swift dance party.
Right.
And Taylor Swift has had a lot of shows planned in Austria that have had to been pulled on counts of terrorism,
Right.
or terrorism threats.
Okay.
Now, 2 things to that. One, Billy D has said that commie bitch.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
but 2, I've got a suggestion. Maybe I know what's going to fix all of this for good.
Taylor Swift.
Get her off. Get her off the airwaves.
Oh, out. Yeah.
Out.
So that would bring about world peace, I'm assuming. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
On the one side of the world, you've got a man driven to stabbing innocent children because of a Taylor Swift dance party.
Do you think that's what incensed him?
Nah, I'm doing it for comic
Yeah,
effect.
no, of course.
But yes.
Yeah.
Exactly
Taylor Swift
that.
incensed him, yeah.
Yeah, incensed him and went, I really need to fucking...
Yeah.
And did it. And then on the other side of the world, you've got this group of people going, we cannot let these concerts happen. We cannot let Taylor Swift infest our ears.
So she's the problem.
So get rid of her.
All right. So
All right.
Russia is second to Taylor Swift in this instance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Correct. Speaking of Russia,
Yeah.
so Ukraine have made it over the borders,
Right.
which is very interesting.
Which I didn't know they were trying to do.
Mm. I heard that on the...
That American and UK money's kicked in then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just see if I can... Russia accuses... No. Third day of fighting in... Yeah. Ukrainian... Here we go. Good. Right. Sorry, just getting right back to the beginning of it. No, that's too... Is that too far? So they... here we go. Okay. Ukraine advances up to 10 kilometers into Russia. The Institute for the Study of War says Ukrainian troops have advanced up to 10 kilometers, 6 miles into Russia in possibly the most serious border incursion of the conflict. Ukrainian forces have made confirmed advances up to 10 kilometers into Russia's Kursk Oblast amid continued mechanized offensive operations on Russian territory. The current confirmed extent and location of Ukrainian advances in Kursk Oblast indicate that Ukrainian forces have penetrated at least 2 Russian defensive lines and a stronghold. The advance is set on the logistical hub of Sudza, a town of about 5,000 inhabitants located 8 kilometers from the Ukrainian border.
But what would be the... Because I thought the idea was to defend Ukraine. I didn't know the idea was to invade Russia.
Yeah. So, well, a Ukrainian presidential aide blames Russia for Kursk incursion. An aide in Ukraine's presidential office has blamed Moscow for Kyiv's incursion into Russia without taking direct responsibility for the most serious attack on Russian territory in months. The root cause of any escalation, shelling, military actions, forced evacuations and destruction of normal life forms, including within the Russian Federation's own territories like Kursk and Belgorod regions, is solely Russia's unequivocal aggression, presidential aide said on social media.
That's, yeah, okay.
So they are quite literally on the war path. Do you know who's entered while I've been talking about Russia and Ukraine?
Oh.
Penny.
Who's that?
She entered last week. She did.
Knock Penny?
No, just Penny.
Oh.
But I was doing the Big Bang Theory call out.
Right, yeah.
Penny.
Which
Eric does it as well.
Which lost me, yeah, but most people have watched it.
Correct.
So, yeah.
Billy D has commented saying, with regards to Ukraine invading Russia, I think this is what it's about.
Yeah.
He's responded saying, just the tip to see if they liked it.
Yeah.
So, which is excellent, as always, Billy D.
Everyone knows that.
Fantastic.
Everyone knows that reference.
Substance for days you forgot to knock 3 times. I didn't. I did it on our studio wall, but I'll do it in the microphone for everybody's benefit. Penny. All right.
Fucking losing my mind here.
Is
Yeah.
it?
not to do with the Penny joke.
No. Penny's dropped.
It's just it's annoying that I have to watch it now.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, exactly.
Just so I can get it.
Yeah.
So Russia and Ukraine. So is this not a ploy by NATO to encroach on Russia's territory?
I don't know, man.
Oh man, I really
no
don't know
idea
enough.
what the fuck's going on in there.
No one does.
I was talking to someone today. I can't go into detail of who or what. I'll tell you offline.
It was Elon Musk, wasn't it?
It was Elon Musk.
Yeah, sure.
It was your boy.
Don't like
Speaking
name
of
dropping.
which, I've got to come to him as well in a minute. Actually, even he's not safe.
Oh god.
But yeah, I was talking to a guy today that's just talking about their infrastructure, as in Russia's infrastructure, technically speaking, and it's just it's really interesting. But I can't. I'll have to tell you after.
But that's fine. But is Russians' infrastructure a problem for Russia, or?
Well, yeah, but they're sort of catching up. But it's the rate that it's the level that they're at. It's just not what you think. You think that they are like
superpower.
Yeah, but they're not.
No.
They're not. They're terrible.
Right.
Really bad. But anyway, so Elon Musk, how has Elon Musk been helping during all of these riots and going back some?
Don't know.
So Elon Musk has been going... It's been going... Civil war. Civil war. What are you saying? Civil war, I said. Why? What for? Civil war. England. Civil
Why is he
War.
saying that then?
Because he is convinced
That we're heading for a civil war.
that we're heading for a civil war. That it's like Britain is at a boiling point. Yeah, Britain is a tinderbox,
Yeah, okay.
which is what I've been. She's a whore, said Billy D. So yeah, that we're heading for civil war. Which, see, the only thing about that is I think a civil war would be a bit one-sided if we go by the anti-racist methods versus the racist ones. Because the racist ones would just go and smash shit up, and the anti-racists would just sort of go, "Don't do that,"
And stop them. Yeah.
and stop them. So I don't know if there will be a civil war. I bloody hope that they're still here. If they're not, I'm not going to be happy. Do you know what? Lightbright entered the live studio, but she's now not on the user list.
Oh.
So I'm hoping she's going to come back soon.
Welcome.
Come back shortly. Yeah, welcome if you're listening.
Yeah. Oh man. So that's Russia and Ukraine put to bed at the moment.
Yeah. Musk.
Elon Musk saying about civil war. I did see something about that. I didn't know if that was just an observation. Like he's thinking, fucking, it's kicking off over there. It's looking...
Well, he's been saying it for a long time.
Oh,
and people are getting annoyed with it now, as well as of those people getting annoyed, one of his children is getting annoyed with it now. One of his children's going, just shut the fuck up.
Which one is it? Is it the oxygen molecule? Is it CO2 or is it?
Yeah.
What one is it?
It's the one who he refers to when talking to Jordan Peterson.
Right.
He says that the woke mind virus killed my son.
Right.
Because I think it's this way round, his son transitioned into becoming a woman. Another thing that we need to come back to, by the way, but I'll get to that. Transitioned into becoming a woman, and he basically cut him off completely. Rather than embracing it, he just went...
How old is his son?
Old enough, let's say,
right,
old
to
enough
be an adult, and
to have a presence on Twitter and all that. Blah.
Oh, okay.
So,
I thought we had all young kids.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but so his son, daughter, whatever. I don't mean that disrespectfully. I literally don't know. Said shut up. Like you're not. It's like you're not in a place to be making any judgment on anyone because you're a terrible person, terrible father.
Oh shit!
Yeah. So that's happening.
Yeah.
Now, something else, right? Since we last spoke, so I think when we spoke last week, obviously the Olympics had started, and when we were talking on this show, we were talking about the female boxer who battered a female boxer for 45 seconds until that female boxer went, I can't do this.
Yeah.
And was heard saying, for the record, that's not right. That's not right. And shortly after, J.K. Rowling said, this is wonderful. And remember me saying to you, like, just be quiet, J.K. Rowling.
Yeah, you're all right.
We all love you as the author.
Yeah, stay in your lane.
Yeah, correct.
Don't fuck it up for yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right, so you remember that. So, turns out, she's not a male.
No.
She's not a male at all.
No.
She's not a male. Now, the Olympic Commission, which is a fucking silly thing in of itself.
It really is.
It's like some
corrupt, weird, and they're cunts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they only judge gender by passport, denomination.
So hand it over.
There you go. It says I'm male there, or female.
That's what I am.
That's what I am.
Yeah.
So they don't go any further than that. But
they shouldn't have to be fair to them.
Yeah, it's true.
But
but they don't go any further.
Right.
What was being spoken about last week when this was proper news was that that particular boxer, Imane Khalif, failed some sort of gender test in previous things,
right?
Because she has XY chromosomes, which traditionally speaking means you're a male or you suffer from a particular disease that produces too much testosterone and therefore changes your your
Okay.
genetics,
Okay.
your chemistry.
Yeah.
And she's now, if you're to believe it, she's got that disease,
Yes.
which is why she looks like a man,
She does look like a man.
and importantly, why she punches like a man.
She punches like a man. Yeah.
But of course, this has only been now found out and identified after the damage has been done.
That's what I mean. It's fucked, isn't it?
Yeah,
There's so like we live in a world of nothing. Almost nothing can be true anymore.
correct.
Like misinformation and information.
Yeah,
Information
They go
and
hand in hand.
disinformation. What's going on?
Yeah, what is real?
The story's gone. It's around the world. She's been cancelled.
Yeah,
Right? She's out the Olympics. She's probably retired from boxing. Right? And it turns out she was a woman anyway.
yeah.
So
And she just battered someone.
yeah, that other woman should have manned up.
Yeah,
Well,
still for want of a.
Yeah, for want
But
of-
yeah, quite right. She just would have.
I'm glad at least we put it right
Yeah,
on our show.
yeah,
Because you feel bad now. It's like, well, fuck, she just looks a bit like a bloke.
yeah.
Just
Sally just punches like
double
one.
hard.
Yeah,
That's all.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
what she is.
Double hard woman.
Yeah.
Like the ones you used to get in primary school and you would steer clear of.
Yeah,
The big ones.
never had a boyfriend.
No.
Double hard.
Correct.
Yeah, yeah.
Double hard.
Yeah, double hard.
Exactly.
She'll whack you. What are
Yeah.
you talking about?
She eats meat off the bone.
Yeah,
Don't.
that sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's so. At least we've corrected that.
That's good.
What else? What else is going on?
What else is going on in.
I got. Well, I don't know if I've got plenty. I've got stuff.
What you got? What you got? What
I
you
think
got?
I've got some little bits on the phone as well as
Yeah?
just bits
Little
around.
phone stuff.
Yeah, bits around in my head.
Uh,
But yeah, carry on, man.
well, I mean, what else is going on in? What else have I heard? No, my shits this week at least has been all about the riots.
I've got a sick quote then.
Go on then.
On the back of that, on the back of all the shit that's going on,
Yeah.
the world is full of horrible things that will eventually get you and everything you care about. Humour and laughter is a universal way to lift your head up and say, "Not today, you fuckers."
Correct.
Billy Connolly.
So, right.
Yeah, I saw that and I thought that is literally how I try to get through bad things in life.
Yeah.
Try and laugh a bit.
Just laugh.
Yeah,
Just
just go-
laugh. Just.
I don't just randomly.
laugh.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah,
have to be. Yeah. So, right. There's another thing I've got. I
Go on.
fucking had to screenshot this because if it's true, it's
I love these ones.
ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Japan has unveiled a groundbreaking innovation in the automotive industry.
Okay.
Magnetic levitation technology that promises.
Right.
You're not laughing, are you?
Oh,
Sorry, class is in session.
yeah.
Right?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
That promises to eliminate the need for engines and batteries. Developed by researchers at the Quantum Machine Unit of the Okinawa Institute of Science and Technology. Didn't know it existed.
No.
Thanks for telling us.
Yeah.
This system allows cars to levitate a few centimetres above a specially designed track, eliminating friction and drastically improving energy efficiency.
Wow.
The technology requires power only at startup to generate the magnetic field, after which cars move without any further energy input.
That's mental.
Right.
If that's real.
This is what I'm saying. But the source seems, I mean, yeah, it seems like it might be genuine because they've gone to quite a bit of trouble to write it. So it makes me feel, cars move out further. This approach utilizes diamagnetic materials and powerful magnets to achieve levitation akin to maglev trains.
Okay.
But with significantly lower ongoing energy requirements. While challenges remain, such as reducing kinetic energy at the surface level and managing vortex damping, the innovation heralds a new era in transportation, potentially making traditional motors and batteries obsolete.
That is, yeah. I'm having a look at a couple of places. There's Japan, Ecotisius. Japan introduces magnetic levitation for cars.
There you go.
Google patents diamagnetic propulsion vehicle. That's a patent.
Yeah.
Or a patent. That's
There you go.
listed.
So someone's taken that.
Wow.
Someone's taken that initiative. So that could be the way it's fucking going then.
Imagine that. I mean, I'd love for that to be true because especially like...
Tyres. Save a lot of money on tyres.
Yeah.
Goodyear will go out of business.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Exactly. What
fuck.
Goodyear got
I
to say
think they
about
still
that?
have to put the tyres on though, wouldn't they?
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
to when it does go down.
But I love the idea as well that it'd only be like you'd only need like a centimetre.
Yeah,
off.
yeah. It doesn't have to be high. Just gliding round.
You've been thinking about it all wrong, folks. You don't need a flying car. You just need something that...
Just slightly above.
Yeah.
That's fuck. I mean, if that's true, that's fucking amazing.
That is, yeah.
Obviously, and that's like in the face of the stuff that we've spoken about.
Yeah.
Like there are people that are good, and there are people that are trying, and there are people that are innovating, and there are people that are trying to make the world a better place.
Yeah.
It's just there's sort of 2% of them that are fucking it up.
Yeah, exactly.
But they are getting a lot of coverage. So when you think about it, we aren't fucking out there causing riots.
No.
We aren't bashing up fucking anything that resembles any other country.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
There's so much to this. But there are people out there not killing people, and there are people not fucking... They're trying to do good, and they're trying to get on with their life or try and make sense of life.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's sometimes that's reassuring to know.
It's
essential to fucking know for me.
correct. It's actually another stat that I have read or heard this week in the face of all the riots is that interesting for you. 70% of the people that have been arrested from the protests already have criminal convictions.
They don't.
Who would have thought
I
it?
thought they were first timers.
I know, it's mental, isn't it?
Yeah, that
It is
doesn't...
mental.
You're wrong.
It
You're
is
wrong.
mental.
Is any of it to do with football hooliganism by any chance?
They are right. Now, funny you should say that. One of the consequences that they're putting forward,
Yeah. Banning them from matches.
correct?
No.
They are
Really?
Yeah. They're genuinely saying,
that will make them pay attention. Which
Correct.
Is so stupid.
and it also makes you think. Well, then they are football hooligans, then, aren't they?
Yeah.
Because if that's how you're going
The
to twist the
jugular.
knife,
Yeah.
fucking unbelievable, man.
So, but that's what I'm saying. This is what made me fall out of love with the culture of football.
Yeah,
Was this country's interpretation of how the culture of football should be.
Just smashing shit up all the time.
All the time. Immigrants or no immigrants, just smash shit up. If immigrants ain't about, just smash up the other team.
Yeah.
They do it anyway.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we doing? Why don't we just put these people in jail anyway?
Correct. Yeah, if anything, that's what I'm saying as well. Your righteous protest has just given us an excuse to lock you up.
Yeah.
So Billy D also said, but what about the pole vaulter that knocked the pole off with his dong?
I saw that. He lost narrowly by the length of his dong.
Yeah. Little baguette.
I saw that.
Just down his little leotard.
Little baguette just let him down.
He was French, he said.
That's a fucking mental sport, isn't it?
Pole vaulting.
Yeah. And it's also a sport that isn't, like, it doesn't translate to any other, like, there's not like a league of pole vaulting, is there?
No.
It's just in the Olympics. It's fucking mental.
National Pole Vaulting League.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do that.
Well, yeah, and like sort of jazz it up a bit.
Yeah.
Like fancify it.
Yeah,
So
like you have to go over the pole like that.
Yeah, glitter cannons and fucking like tassels and
Yeah.
you could sort of Eurovision it, couldn't you?
You could.
Yeah, you could camp it up.
So he thought it was DIY pole vaulting and he brought his own pole.
There you go.
Says Billy D.
See? Billy D always coming up with the goods.
Speaking of Olympics as well, did you see I don't know if we talked about this last week.
Opening ceremony?
No,
No.
not fucking Snoop Dogg. We'll come to him in a bit.
Oh, was he yet? Was he there?
Mate, he's been there from the beginning.
Oh, he had the torch, didn't he?
Yeah.
He's not a gangster anymore.
No.
He's a fucking household name, that guy.
Yeah. He's people are calling him everyone's favourite granddad now. That's what they're calling him after being seen at so many different scenes in the Olympics. Just going, this is great.
Yeah.
This is fantastic.
Yeah. Well, the opening ceremony
Yeah.
has been slated
yeah.
by tons of people.
Yeah, we said, didn't we, last week? Rob Schneider went, oh.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Naughty,
So we have
naughty.
spoke about it. That's where it came up.
But did you? I don't know if we mentioned this bit last week. Did you see the guy that won? I think he won a silver or maybe even a gold from Turkey for shooting.
Yes. Do you know what? That's
Excellent.
the only thing I've seen from the Olympics.
Right. Okay.
Like, I read that Snoop was going to be the torchbearer, one of the torchbearers.
Brilliant.
And, I mean,
It's
Who
incredible.
else you gonna have?
No.
Who else you gonna fucking have?
Yeah.
And then the
In
Turkish
France.
guy,
Yeah.
no sights, no assistance,
Yeah.
one-handed,
Yeah.
other hand in pocket, gets a silver.
Yeah.
That's a badass.
Done.
And he's old as well, isn't he? He's like,
Yeah.
old, 50.
Have you heard the story that's surrounding it?
No, no. I've only seen,
So he, it's a load of bollocks, I'm sure. But apparently he entered as a way of getting back at his ex-wife because she, I don't know, she did something that pissed him off, and he said, "I'm gonna get my target practice up to shoot
Right.
her."
So he
kill
got really good because he was determined to kill his wife,
Yeah.
ex-wife. Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, that's a motivating factor.
It is,
You
isn't
know, some people are very motivated when it comes to stuff like that.
It's just Turkey Olympic
Shooting.
shooter story.
Yeah, so that's interesting to say the least.
It's
He's,
crazy, isn't it?
I just think he's a badass. Simple as that.
Oh, that was it. Oh, here we go. Yeah, the sharpshooter found himself at the centre of numerous rumours. A Facebook page, the Sports Memery, posted a supposed origin story alleging he was a former mechanic who rose to global fame as a shooter following a contentious divorce.
Yeah.
The post featured a photo of Dicek in action, accompanied by the caption, "Sharon, if you're watching this, I want my dog back."
Yeah, okay.
That's what they said.
Well,
Like,
I mean, that's a good.
he
made-up
went all
story.
that way
Yeah, he did that whole journey.
just to get his dog
The
back.
thing is, as well, he's like shot to worldwide fame. He has not anymore though.
Nah.
It's kind of over now. And do
Yeah,
you know,
tell me last year's Olympic shooting
gold
silver
medal.
medal.
Yeah,
exactly.
The last time it fucking happened.
You ain't shot at nothing
The other-
apart from the target.
The other thing that I don't like, what I was going to say about the Olympic Commission as well, is that these athletes aren't getting paid, bro.
Oh right.
You know, no Olympian really gets paid.
I didn't know that.
They make if they're lucky and they get sponsored,
Yeah,
they make 30 grand a year.
they make bank.
They don't make money, bro. It costs them money to get there. So you've got to think that they must love what they do that much that it's obsession to the point of this is costing me money to do.
Yeah,
So, it's not. They're not making a living out of it, man. They're just not.
They're just that in love with it.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Which is great.
another
human endeavour.
Well, Eric said they get paid for endorsements.
Exactly.
Maybe
if you're
that's-
famous enough that you do.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. Even that has a tiering system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't forget, right, so who... I'm trying to think of a famous Olympian / athlete that's from Britain that...
Tom Daly, would that count?
Tom Daly's up there.
But I don't know if that's for.
He's a diver. He's
Yeah.
a diver, isn't he? Yeah.
But
That's
is that from
Olympics.
endorsements that I know him, or is that just from when he was, when
He's
he
in
did the
the-
Olympics once and he was really good at it?
He's in the public eye. I think he was
Yeah.
really young when he did it. I think
Right.
which is what made him stand out more.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's
Little Tom
endorsements.
Daly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Endorsements out the wazoo. He's got
Right.
Muller and fucking, sort of Adidas or some shit.
Swimming in
Yeah.
microwaved rice.
Mo Farah. Mo Farah was another one. Yeah, he's he's got endorsements, he's made loads of money, but we're going certain amounts of Olympics back to find these people that have made money from it.
Yeah.
There aren't that many.
Yeah.
It's
There's
it
no way
costs
that
them.
Turkish. I mean, he might make some money from doing some sort of Just Eat advert.
Yeah, where he can always hit the target, or
exactly. Boom,
Just Eat.
with your delivery.
always hits the target.
Correct.
Something like that.
Something like that. The pole vaulter is being endorsed by Jimmy Dean sausages.
Of course he is.
So-
Why wouldn't he be? Why wouldn't he be?
It's funny, actually, Jimmy Dean sausage. Is that a real thing?
I mean, maybe in America.
Because James Dean is like a very famous
Of course, yeah.
porn actor.
No,
Well, there is
right,
that James Dean.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was just, have you got that completely wrong?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I didn't know
there is that James Dean.
Yeah, I didn't know there was a famous porn actor by the same name.
Yeah, he's been with the best of them.
Is he? Oh,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
okay.
He's-
Is he old now?
I don't know. He's quite
Vague, no, sort of age.
no, he's quite aggressive is the wrong word. Passionate.
There's another one, isn't there, that's like that? Rico something.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I
Anyway.
mean, Ron Jeremy is obviously that's your basic.
Yeah, that's your standard 70s porn.
Yeah.
There.
But no, yeah, what's his? Yeah, James Dean. Like he's very much like, get on with it, get on with it, get on with it, sort of.
Yeah, Russian.
Very aggressive,
Oh, okay.
but not aggressive.
Yeah.
Because that sounds violent.
Yeah.
He's not violent.
I know what you mean.
It's just a very passionate lover.
Passionate.
Bit like Billy D.
He knows what he wants, yeah.
Yeah,
Like Billy D. He
like
knows what he
Mr. A's hot breath
wants.
on your neck.
Oh, nothing like it.
So,
Yeah, so what else was we going to say? No, what were we talking about?
I can finally tell you. Well, I'll say finally tell you. I can finish off saying what I was saying to you 2 weeks ago. So Stag Do, the shooting has been booked.
Right. We are
Right.
going shooting.
We are
Don't
shooting
say
stuff.
Don't anyone
Don't
that's
say
American.
shoot. Yeah.
Don't say your little BB guns over there.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
maybe BB guns because they're
Maybe.
safer.
yeah.
How about that?
And tomahawks.
Not as safe,
Not
but
as safe.
definitely as fun.
Yeah,
Right. I'm looking forward to that.
It's
I
gonna be
actually
great.
am.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be one of the most sensible stag do's on the planet.
Yeah.
But I also like that we've deliberately done it that way
yeah,
because I don't want to. I want to fly in the face of stag tradition,
yeah.
as we've discussed on this podcast.
Correct. I there was someone who I was talking to about it the other day, because they were talking about a stag do that they were being responsible for booking, and they
Yeah.
were like, "I don't really want to call it a stag do, if I'm honest. I want to call it like a long-ish or a weekend-ish getaway." And I was like, "It's exactly what."
That's
Yeah.
what we're going for.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
to get away, not to fucking get
Yeah.
off your face.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, maybe, but we'll see.
Maybe.
We'll see. But what Sam doesn't probably know, she might be listening now. Are we shooting the strippers after they've stripped, or do we?
Correct.
Is that when the hookers come in?
What it is, all
Right,
it is
sure.
that so we learn how to fire the guns, we learn how to fire gunny, and then they parade strippers in a line, sort of back and forth,
Yeah.
and we have to shoot them, and then we bury them. That's the experience.
Is that the experience? Cool.
Half a day.
Yeah, no, I like
Starts
that.
at 10,
Yeah.
strippers at 11,
Strippers at 11.
but
Cool.
starts at 10.
Starts at 10. Right.
Fuck
okay.
strippers at
But
11,
strippers at 11.
but
yeah.
starts at 10.
Remember that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10.
Speaking of strippers at 10, it's Agnes Logo 0.
Hello, Agnes Logo 0.
Yeah,
Welcome to Substance for Days.
you fucking yeah. So but yeah, so that's booked now,
That's in place, locked in.
locked in, and the rest of it, I imagine, will be just a lot of chilling out. To be honest,
Yeah, it's fast approaching the stag do, isn't it, as well now?
yeah.
Which is mental.
Next month,
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh, I better lock
Book that
into-
off.
I better lock that into my consciousness, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's it's a little over a month away, and I, for one, am looking forward to it.
I, for one, am happy.
Yeah,
It will be something good to do as well.
Mm.
Like, it will be. I know it will be. So, new announcement for you. I just called
Go
this. I knew there
Go
was
on.
something I had for you. I don't know what to make of it. Right. The Goonies. You know the film, didn't you?
See, I've never seen it.
But you know of it.
I know of
It's
it.
just there you go. Just before
'Cause
your
of the-
era, wasn't it? I
Yeah.
think just before, like a couple of years before. The TV series is on the way.
Right.
Um,
What's that, like 50 years?
it's expected
40 years.
next year, 2025. It's coming out.
Right. When was
Um,
it last on?
I'll tell you. I'm going to have a look actually.
yeah.
It's been lined up by Disney of all places.
Oh,
1985,
right.
40 years ago.
Yeah. What are they going to do? Are they
I
pick
don't
up
know.
where they left off?
I don't know. Does the old characters come in?
Yeah, are they reprising? Is there going to be any surprises? Surprise.
Reprise. They've got to have someone in them, haven't they? They'll have someone that's.
Do you reckon they'll have the... What was his name?
Oh,
Is he Mr. Goonie?
no.
Because if I was naming people
You call
and
him,
I didn't know, I'd say, right, that one's called Jack,
Yeah,
that one's called Kevin,
Mr.
that one's definitely called Mr. Goonie.
Mr. Goonie.
Mr. Goonie.
That's unreal, man. I also went to a fucking gig as well, didn't I?
You did.
That was savage.
What? And do pray tell,
Yes.
what gig did you go to?
I went to a gig featuring,
Mm.
right, The Far Side, De La Soul, and The Roots.
Oh my gosh.
Right. Another thing. I don't know if I'm not sure if there's any hip hop heads on here. I don't really mind. Never guess who De La Soul brought out. I don't know if you know him. That's the fucking annoying thing. You probably do. Talib Kweli.
I know of.
Yes, he rapped with Mos Def,
Right.
and they made an album together, and it
That's
was
probably-
fucking sick.
Yeah, I think I know of that.
Called Black Star.
Yeah.
But he was also he was out. I think his most commercial song was something he did sort of with Kanye or something.
Okay.
But either way, like, he's a fucking really well respected rapper,
hip hop artist. Yeah.
And they brought him out. That was fucking savage.
Love it.
We missed a little bit of The Far Side because they were the first ones out.
How?
But
As
they're
well. In
fuck-
what
yeah,
world?
I know. It's just like
so weird.
they were on point, all of them. And
I know that this is probably the most obvious white guy thing to say, but there is one particular track from Far Side that I know and love. What is that track?
it would be Running Away.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
the one.
Yeah.
That is the one.
That would be it. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's that. They've got that. They've got Drop, which is another sort of their famous one, but they've got another one that's just like Running Away.
Right.
It's up there with that.
Yeah.
That it wasn't. The running theme with the whole night was they almost didn't. They played their tracks, but they had other shit going on. They were doing other songs of other people.
Oh, right.
They were covering and fucking switching around, and like De La Soul were doing all kinds of shit. And like the Roots, they started playing, and it was like one song to the end of the fucking show. It was that's how good they are at music, though.
Yeah.
They can just
Just come out and perform anything. Oh my God.
Who is it?
We have a celebrity in the last 3 minutes of our show.
Jesus.
And I can't believe he's graced our airwaves, considering the amount of times I've graced his.
Go on.
It's Stewie Griffin.
Stewie!
Hello, Stewie.
Welcome. What's a haps?
What's a haps? That's incredible.
Well, thanks for being here,
Yeah,
Stewie.
just by your mere presence, Stewie. No, that's great. That is really, really.
Yeah, that's amazing. I think
I'm
Stewie
almost
has been on.
starstruck.
Has Stewie been on before?
He must have been. He's
I think
got 32 likes up in this piece.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I'm sure he's been on before.
Too bad Russ isn't here to do his Herbert impression.
The pervert.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Herbert the pervert. Yes.
Once in a blue moon.
Ah.
Well, that's how often you frequent
Yeah.
these saloon doors.
Unfortunately, Stewie, you are a couple of minutes late, as in 59 minutes.
Yeah,
But
about an hour.
Yeah, but
So-
we're rounding up the show. But it's all right. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
We'll be back next week if you want to catch us.
We do this, and I'll tell you what. Do you know what would be really? It would be really amazing, Stewie. Is if you off of Podbean, in your real life persona, you could get yourself over to YouTube, look us up, and like and subscribe.
Well, yeah, that'd be good.
To know that you are,
There.
getting notifications
Yeah.
for us would be incredible.
Have you heard? Like, I've been on the Stewie Griffin show a few times.
Yeah, me too.
They end up like fucking pissing themselves.
Yeah.
Laughing like between them.
He is great.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Like all joking aside, for someone to take on a constant Stewie Griffin impression is quite a feat,
It is.
and I think he does it really well.
What makes you
Gen-
think it's not Seth MacFarlane?
Oh, wouldn't that be incredible?
Yeah, of course
can you
it fucking would.
fucking imagine?
Yeah,
that?
of course.
Imagine if he just did Podbean in his spare time.
Just like he's got a little account, does a couple of bits
every now and then, just
Yeah,
jumps on, does
yeah.
a bit of Stewie, and then jumps
Oh,
off again.
Mate, that'd be fucking sick. But that's
Imagine if he
Stewie's
was on this Tim Pot piece of
good website.
Good website.
Good website. Yeah, no, it's great.
But you, it's not Seth MacFarlane. That is a shame, and that's from Stewie himself. But he could be trying to throw us
Double
off the
bluffing.
scent.
Yeah, double bluffing us.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, could
Yeah,
be.
you do a good Peter Griffin, as we know.
It
Well,
has
I know.
been. It has been known.
Yeah.
It has been known. Fat man.
Fat
It's what it
man.
just said. Question mark. Love it. Right. Let me just go and get the YouTube link, right? Because I don't know if you're going to do it, Stewie Griffin. And
I think he will.
you know what? It's up to you. It's your choice. But
Yeah.
if you did, I would love that.
It depends how much.
Fat man. Yeah.
It depends how much of our content you want to see on your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
It is.
You know, you can subscribe or you can just click on all the videos and watch them end to end. It's your choice.
Yeah.
Those are the two choices.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
true.
Win
Sorry.
or lose.
Yeah, those are your
Those are your options. Okay. There is no try. Do or do not.
Yes.
All right. There is no try.
Yes.
All right. Do you want to do the fucking outro or something then,
fuck
or
off.
what?
Oh, fuck off.
Oh,
Oh, Billy D, just suck me off right
yeah.
now,
For God's
please.
sake, Billy D, sitting there all quiet with
Yeah.
your mouth closed.
You fucking.
Oh.
Thanks everyone that's listened. You've all been awesome, as always.
Yeah.
Every fucking week, whoever we have listening tends to be awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you can link
Correct.
the two.
No, they all
Yeah.
are brilliant.
Yeah.
Paul of Substance for Days, he's excellent.
Yeah, and substance abusers, as we call them,
Correct.
They keep a special place in our hearts.
Definitely.
So
Definitely.
please come back next week. Between it's 7 GMT and it 7
Yeah.
PM GMT. We'll be back.
Stewie Griffin subscribed to the YouTube
My
channel.
God. My God.
Excellent.
When you click off that, he will unsubscribe. But that's
No,
nice
that's
of
fine,
him.
that's fine,
That's
that's fine.
nice of him. That's all we need.
I will be checking
Yeah. Thank
will
you.
be
Thank you.
checking.
You're going to go back to that tonight now. aren't you?
periodically. Yeah, when I get home. Is it still 27? Is it still 27?
Yeah, so once again, thanks.
Yeah.
And we're going to see you next week. Barring some sort of natural disaster.
Yeah, or,
or riot.
or
with
stupid fucking
four
riot.
people.
So
Wankers.
1,